hit tweet myself. I didn't tag you. I apologize.
Oh, wow. I'll just have to go find it.
I'm just glad everybody is fully appreciating our pop culture moment on the show today.
I tried to play it off so bad too. I tried to avoid exactly what happened, and then
did you see your eyes though?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, great follow up, Kyle. You maximized it for sure.
Well, no, that was just that's. I want you to be aware that's your poker face.
Because you know I don't have one. I don't have any of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very much wear my emotions on my sleeve. You always know how I'm feeling, for good or bad, right?
Bad liar, yeah.
I'm just bad, the worst liar. Yeah. Literally.
So I have the stream up over here, and I actually have playoffpredictors.com over here today. So I see like Steven and Chris now, even though I'm not looking at the camera. I see you guys. Good evening. Good evening for everybody who's going to join us as we finish our 2023 NFL record and schedule predictions. Do you want to give this a minute?
Yeah, like a minute.
I know we kind of teased that it was kind of a moving target to get started tonight. Charles, hello.
Yeah, what's up, Charles? Charles G.
We're doing playoffs too?
It's funny. I told my wife what we were doing. She's like, are you guys like going to predict the playoffs too? I was like, I'm not sure. I know that we'll predict the regular season, but do we want that?
I think it depends on who plays.
Yeah, we'll see what it looks like.
If you know what I mean. Didn't we do that? Didn't we do it last year and we had Bills and Dolphins play?
I think we did.
And we were like, ugh.
Sorry about that. It's a possibility because they can't both win the division. So
that's right. How about we just be like,
we're all happy to be here.
How about somebody gets a first round bye and the other one gets the 5 seed? Joe's like, yeah, give me the 1 seed. Yeah.
I don't know, man. See what happens. I feel better about the Bills right now at this point this year than I did last year at this time. So,
really,
yes, million times.
Is it because you've already incurred all the changes, like your coaching staff changes? It's like it's not a big thing anymore.
Yes, it's not a big thing. Their talent is better, like objectively better. We did that on purpose, Chris.
The music,
yeah. I just feel better about the team. I really do.
Is it too loud?
People can let us know. I am not on dad duty. In fact, my wife's plans didn't happen, so I just been a regular dad tonight with my wife. We're playing tag in the backyard before I came in here.
All right, you ready? Are you ready to do this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Jeremy putting his flag in the ground for Burrow.
Here's a tweet.
Dynamic.
Let's start with this tweet. Somebody just tweeted me this 12 seconds ago. Tagged me. Joe, finally, after almost 2 years of listening to Locked On Bills, I watched an episode on YouTube. Love the content. I always in my head pictured you as a short, black-haired gentleman, much like a Clark Kent. Glad to see you're built like me.
Isn't Clark Kent the opposite of...
No, this is what he envisioned me as a short, black-haired guy. And I couldn't be less that. So,
well, yeah, I mean the hair's about as polar opposite.
Yeah, all right, that's funny. We've done this before. Like we meet somebody that we've
They put a face to the name and the voice, and they're like, oh, it's just not at all as I expected. Right. Which you want to do the AFC West? We have two AFC. We have AFC East and AFC West, and then we have.
Or we can just get right to the AFC East,
NFC North. I'd rather just do that one last.
Why? Because we're gonna pick most of the game. We're gonna pick every other game. You know what I mean? You just have to pick the division games.
All right. So let's do the NFC North then.
Okay. We're doing it all. So
we are going to do it all. We're going to start with the Minnesota Vikings, who won the division last year.
I just feel like if we do the AFC East through the lens of every other team's schedule, that's probably not the best way to do it.
Okay, then we'll do the AFC East next.
Yeah, all right, sounds good.
Our first game to pick is Minnesota at home against the Chargers, with Minnesota getting an extra 3 days of rest. Oh, Brooks. I think they stink out loud. I think they are horrendously bad. They look like wholesale jerseys from a stock image magazine.
You debuted them to me this morning when we were recording the podcast. And one thing that I didn't even realize in that moment, and I discovered later on, was the 2 stripes on the shoulders that go horizontal. And I think that's my worst favorite part of the uniform.
Yeah.
And a list of many things I could have brought up. I think the Vikings win at home.
Really? Over the Chargers?
You got a shot, man.
Talk me into this.
Well,
I think I'm a hard disagree right now.
I think they can run the ball.
Minnesota?
Yes.
Why?
Because I like their offensive line and they're.
I mean, we agree. Ed Ingram.
Right.
We don't really like Garrett Bradbury's matchup.
But
they have Alexander Madison.
He's your guys going horizontal. Back. Oh, it's the Eric Kendricks revenge game, huh?
Correct.
Well, you want to go Chargers here?
I find it very unlikely that Minnesota has anybody to cover their Chargers wide receivers as well. I think it's a horrible matchup for Minnesota.
Man, I see it kind of different.
Bill Barbette?
No.
Well, why not?
I just like the home. I like the home team with extra rest against an uncommon opponent.
All right. Should we check to see what the Chargers are up to the week prior? Would that be helpful?
Yeah.
The Chargers the week prior are on the road against the Titans.
All right, let's let the chat decide this one.
The chat's going to have to pick this one.
All right.
I'm not worried about Justin Jefferson eating J.C. Jackson's lunch. I think you'd probably see what you could see Michael Davis. You could see Asante Samuel Jr.
First team with 3 votes from different people.
Well, there's two for Minnesota.
All right. The Chargers comeback could be on.
Come on, this is up to the chat. Because Joe and I this is the first time we've had to do this, which through 3 streams is pretty solid.
Right. There's okay.
No, Chargers will get outcoached, Jeremy says. So.
That's not a prediction. All right, there's a prediction.
Minnesota.
All right, okay. Minnesota.
Man, I egregiously disagree, but that's fine. Minnesota at home against Kansas City.
I don't like that for Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't like that for Minnesota either. Minnesota in Chicago with the Bears having extra rest.
I would be down with a Bear split, wouldn't you?
Yeah, home and home.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike the Magic Man, you should send that to me. Rap song about the Dolphins.
Oh, he wrote a rap song.
He wrote a rap. He
cool,
claims to have written a song. Oh, and Minnesota winning. It's Kirk Cousins' primetime game against the Bears on the second game. Are we sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure about it. You can flip them if you want to.
How about Green Bay?
I think the easy thing to do is to split them, but do you have convictions about either team just being decisively better and being able to win both games? I'm sure Minnesota likes getting their road date with Green Bay week 8.
Right, get it out of the way early in the year before Halloween.
Yes. Man, the Vikings have the weirdest schedule, don't they?
Yes, they do. They get the West in itself is weird.
Yes. Minnie's run defense is going to be an issue. It was an issue last year. Now they don't have Dalvin Tomlinson anymore. Just Harrison Phillips in there.
All right, so you want to go home and home?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yes, Mike, I'm at grinding the tape. Minnesota. Right now we have Minnesota at 5-8.
So we're on the Broncos right now. Did you see Ian Cummings of Pro Football Network? He did record predictions for every team. He had the Broncos at like
4-13.
It's like, whoa, dude. Man. That would be such a disappointment for Denver if they were 4-13.
You'd have to push the panic button there big time, right?
This is going to be a fun, like Surtain versus Jefferson. Let's go.
Oh yeah,
let's go with that.
I actually think I like Denver in this game.
I do too. I like Denver at home.
Javonte Williams should be back 100% by this point.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll lock it in. Coming off the bye in Las Vegas.
who's also coming off the bye.
Correct.
Greatly concerned about the Raiders defense. Also greatly concerned about the Vikings defense.
Yeah, Minnesota trying to cover Devontae Adams
seems nightmarish.
Stop the run with Josh Jacobs.
But the Raiders trying to deal with Jefferson's also a problem.
Better quarterback game.
Yeah, and you feel like you get the home team. How many wins do we have for the Raiders? Because we're going to have to find some wins. And I hate to miss this.
Right now, they're only 1-2.
Okay. I don't know, man. If we needed to find a win for the Raiders, I wouldn't mind this. What do we have for Minnesota?
Right now, they're 5-9.
Vikings. Oh, an obvious split with the Lions. 2 games in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota gets them at home and going to go home and home.
So what do we have them at? That does seem good.
7-10.
I could sit here and maybe try to find another win. I don't know if I feel compelled to do that, Kyle.
I think it's appropriate. I'm going to be honest.
That's fine.
With what the questions that we have at corner and the run defense and
Jordan Addison likes to go fast though. There's that.
Let's not nobody do anything crazy between now and the start of the season, right?
Yeah, don't do that.
Second place was the Lions, who we have at 4-5, and we've picked almost the first half of the schedule already. So that's nice.
Don't like it for them going into KC to open the season.
Yeah, I don't like either one of these road Thursday games. They play 2 road Thursday games in 3 weeks. That sucks.
It sucks a lot. The good news is they have very manageable home games. Ooh, look at that. Monday Night Football. Raiders coming to Detroit. Week 8.
I'd say Detroit puts probably 40 points on them.
Yeah, I would agree.
So Detroit.
Yes. And that one of the big storylines with Detroit last year was their offense didn't travel well. So we'll keep that in mind.
Right.
For example, against the Chargers.
Well, at least that's like a pseudo indoor.
Yes, that's true.
Stadium. Their outdoor game against Chicago on the road is a bear. That's a
pun intended.
No pun intended.
Oh, I would. If you want to go and pick Chicago, we can. We can go back, but
I'm gonna have to put the headphones on.
Are you back? Can you hear?
I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, okay. Check your mic. No, your mic's gone. I will filibuster until Kyle is back.
So
You're coming back now. There it is.
plug it in. I'm missing actually the hype music that we have rolling in the background right now that I don't hear. It's kind of a buzzkill without it.
All the way back?
Check.
Yep, we got you.
Did the music stop?
Nope, I hear it.
Oh, it's just super quiet. Why is it so quiet? You're quiet too.
I would check your computer volume. Maybe turn it up.
Wow. You've done this before, I see.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the Chargers game?
I like the Lions' ability to run the football, but I like the Chargers' pass coverage. I like the Chargers' offense against this defense, and I like that the Chargers are at home. I think there's more that I like about the Chargers in this game than the Lions.
Okay.
And I think they'll bounce back and win the next 2.
Okay, so go Chargers, Lions.
Yeah.
For the record, we have the Lions at 7-8.
Okay. I think they can sweep Chicago. Who I don't think has
a... saying that their offense doesn't travel well now. They get a cold weather game in Chicago.
Yeah, it's true. But it's Chicago. Lost you again, Kyle.
You hear me?
Yep, got you back.
Yeah. I'm just highly concerned. Well, not highly concerned. I do think Chicago will be better. Like, I don't think it's a shoe-in. And I don't love that we're sitting here arguing for Detroit to have a losing record. But that's how we pick the games.
Well, let's put them down for the win against the Broncos at home.
So 8-8.
Okay. Is there anywhere that we've done poorly by them? Is it the week 16 game against Minnesota? We just kind of split those games. I don't really want to take away one from Minnesota, though.
Right.
I mean, could they beat the Bucks?
It could. Why don't we pick the Bears game, think of what it is, and then we'll come back.
I mean, there's things that I like about the Bears at home late in the season coming off a bye. I like those dynamics.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to like for Chicago in this game.
Except for the Lions are just a better football team.
Yeah, but remember when we did the Lions and we looked at the roster at the end of it and we're like...
A lot that has to come together.
Jaws asked if we put too much stock in... Yeah, we have Detroit 8-0 at home and 0-8 on the road. We probably should shake this up a little bit.
Well, if you're comfortable taking a win away from Tampa, I could see them winning that on the road for sure.
Okay. And how about if they win? I do think they're the better team than Chicago. I think there's concerns, but I do think they're the better team.
So did we miss a game? That has them at 9-7.
No, that would put them at 10-7.
Okay, you didn't click it yet. Okay, I think that's reasonable for them.
And then if we need to flip another game, we can come back.
I mean, maybe New Orleans might even be one to consider if we really need to. Like they have the rest advantage going into New Orleans. If you wanted to go back and give that one to Chicago. I don't love...
Do you want to do Green Bay next, or do you want to skip to Chicago?
Go in order. Green Bay's fine.
Okay.
Wild card team, man. Like, what do we even know about the Packers?
Yeah, you got no clue what this team's going to be right now.
They have a lot of talent on defense and a ton of unproven commodities on offense at quarterback and receiver and tight end.
And they're going to pound Chicago week 1, though, in the run game.
Yeah, they're not ready for that. Yeah, Bears ain't ready for that. This is a nice little matchup here, this Monday night game we have to pick.
I think they'll pound the Raiders, too. I think they win that game. I think the better matchup's the one after the bye.
Okay. I'll go with you on Packers there.
Okay. So we have Green Bay coming off the bye against Denver in Denver, who's coming off short rest. No Aaron Rodgers this year.
Rodgers was the week 1 problem, right?
All right. So go through the matchups. Denver's got a huge advantage in the pass defense against the Packers offense.
Yeah, Packers will have to run the football in this game.
I think that does play into a little bit. I do think the downhill nature of Green Bay's A.J. Dillon stuff plays into the hands of Denver with Josie Jewell and Alex Singleton.
I like that.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Green Bay does have the ability, I think, from a secondary perspective to kind of match up with these receivers.
Yep.
For sure. Jair Stokes and Rasul Douglas. Okay, you want to deal with Sutton, Patrick, and Judy. All right.
So what team do you trust to win the line of scrimmage? Because I think that's who wins the game. I think we've taken out a lot of the perimeter components and say the defenses have advantages.
Questions about both D lines, man.
All right, which offensive line do we like better?
Probably the Packers. Or excuse me, the Broncos. Broncos.
I would agree. And they're at home.
Let's go Denver.
Okay. We could put Kansas City down as a win, right?
Yes.
Okay. Man, Chargers, Packers. Can you think of a bigger contrast in styles?
No.
The LaFleur-Staley chess match will be fun, though.
Yes, but LaFleur, he just doesn't have any proven pass catchers or a proven quarterback. Obviously, I like their ability to run it. And I like the Packers' ability to match up on defense. They should be able to match up on defense. But their defense was very shaky last year.
But if the Chargers' offensive line is healthy,
that's true.
I think they'll be able to handle them up front. Jeremy, this is playoffpredictors.com. Greatest website in the history of mankind.
I kind of think Chargers.
I lean Chargers as well. Okay. So right now we have Green Bay at 7-9.
With the Bears in Week 18 left.
Bears, we want to skip the Week 18 game and come back to it?
That feels like a good skip.
Okay. Chicago.
Hey, I feel good that we have 3 wins for them right now. So
with what, 6 games left to play?
Yes.
5 games left to play?
Because I don't think we have to get more than 1 or 2 more wins.
Well, let's see how it shakes out.
See. I don't like this.
I don't like this one.
Sorry, Chiefs.
I don't think I like Broncos either.
I don't think you clicked the right one there. Yeah. No, I don't feel like I like Broncos either. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
Now we're talking. Come on, Bears at home. Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, Bears at home. What player on the Raiders defense is going to chase down Justin Fields? Even if he doesn't grow as a
Ryan
passer.
Spillane or Divine Diablo, Kyle, obviously.
Isn't it Robert Spillane?
What did I call him? Ryan?
Ryan.
Ryan. Oh, you know, Ryan Spillane.
No, Chris, they're not going to go set. We have them at 5-2.
Already, yeah.
We already have the Chiefs at 5-2. We got you. They'll probably be what? 13-4?
Yeah, a couple
you
more
had to
losses.
guess.
Yeah.
Give a loss to the Chargers and go from there.
Yeah.
Speaking of loss to the Chargers.
Right, here's one.
Hey, there you go.
A different team.
Okay, so we have the Packers or the Bears at 4-12 with the Week 18 game left to play. Do you want to pick that after?
Yeah. What do we have Arizona at? Oh God, we can't take away one of their wins.
I mean, you could. We saw that Jonathan Gannon, Rondale Moore clip again today. I DM'd it to you.
Right. Can't, dude.
Shots, explosives you can run.
Unreal, dude.
What does that even mean?
I don't. It's yikes.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going.
I don't feel inclined to take another win away from the Bucs. So
Bailey says Justin Fields in year 3 can't get wins against the Cardinals, Bucs, and Commanders. We are in trouble.
I think it's a fair point. The problem is those are all road games. One's on a short week, and those other teams got to win some games too. And the Bears are, I mean, their defensive line is an unserious situation.
I think that's the biggest issue we have with the Bears is not Justin Fields. It's defensively, like that D-line is a mess.
I mean, they can absolutely win those games.
So games that they could win. They could win Tampa.
Right.
They could win Washington.
Yep.
They could
Arizona.
Win Arizona. They could
especially
win
at home in week 16.
Right. Man, we probably should. Do we want to see if we can find Arizona another win somewhere else?
Yes, I do. I do want to do that. It's bugging me.
Okay. So let's go back to the Cardinals now. We can't have them 1-16.
Even if there was a team that could go 1-16, it's probably this one.
Yeah. Oh, we have the Texans at 7-10, and the Cardinals losing to the Texans.
That feels like a one I can get behind.
Do you want to do that?
Yes. I wouldn't go any further. We don't have to force it.
Okay. Hey, what's your Built Bar bet with Chris?
It's about the Texans. They have to finish in the top 2 of the division.
Oh, you just screwed it. That was it. We just took it away from him.
We got 2 more years. 2 more years after this. We're on a good track.
We're trending in the right direction, right?
All right, so we got to go back to Chicago.
Well, no, technically week 18, and we said we were going to skip it, so we're done with Chicago for now. We have them at 5-11 with week 18 left to play.
So is that the whole division?
Yes.
Are we ready for FanDuel?
We don't have to talk about FanDuel.
No, for the win-loss over-unders.
Dude, I was like...
No, dude. All right.
Yeah, we're FanDuel.
Green Bay, they have it at 7.5.
All right, so they have the Packers at 7.5. We have them at 7-9 with a game to play.
Okay.
So don't put any money on them just yet.
Chicago, here's an interesting one. 7.5.
Really?
Yes. We have them at what, 5 right now? Potentially 6?
Yeah.
Detroit, they have at 9.5.
Okay, we have the over there by half a game.
And the other team in this division is the Minnesota Vikings, who they have it at 8.5.
8.5 pound rocks.
Yeah.
I would smash the under on Minnesota.
Tend to agree.
I think I'm going to get Netflix this weekend and watch quarterback.
That'd be a good use of your time. I'd send you my password and stuff, but that's illegal now.
Right, yeah. Well, we had a password, and then they made it illegal to use, so. And I might lean into Chicago week 18. We'll see.
Yeah, I could see that.
You want to do the AFC East next? All right, we'll do the Bills Mafia.
Let's do it.
Why don't we go from the bottom? So we do the other 2 teams first.
Okay, so the Jets were last?
Jets, Jets. All right. We have the Jets 4-0 at home and 1-2 on the road.
Okay, here we go. I like the Bills in week 1.
So Bills going to the Jets, Monday Night Football, all of the circus around the team, but a lot of new pieces offensively. Bills have stability.
I think it's a nightmare matchup for the Jets in week 1.
I'm with you.
The Jets are going to get plenty of wins. I just don't know if it's going to be week 1.
Are the Jets finally going to get the Patriots monkey off their back in week 3?
I do. I think that's a storyline right there. An 0-2 start, and then they turn the corner starting in week 3 with a win over the Patriots for the first time in like 12 games.
And that'll throw cold water on all the panic around New York right now, right? Because if they're 0-2, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They did all this for nothing, and then they beat the Patriots, and the New York media will say, "Oh, we told you the Jets are going to go to the Super Bowl. They beat the Patriots."
Right. They're 1-2. They avoided the 0-3 start,
and then they'll lose to the Chiefs.
Right. Exactly. But good news.
Well, do we want to give any do we want to give any entertainment to the idea that the Jets could beat the Chiefs?
Sure. Defensively, they're a good football team.
I do think they will match up pretty well with Kansas City with the Jets defense. We just got done talking about the questions we have on the Chiefs today on the show defensively. Is Chris Jones enough up front to completely blow up this Jets offensive line? I'm just asking the question.
And the Jets are at home. No, and the Chiefs are good for a weird one early in the season. I can get behind the Jets. I mean, this is they're probably going to turn into a 5-game win streak here, if not more.
You think they'll beat the Broncos in Denver?
Maybe.
How about we say they go 1-1 in this stretch?
Between the Chiefs and the Broncos games?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you want to sort it out?
I mean, we would say the Chiefs are the better team, so we'd probably go logic-wise. We already have the Chiefs at 2 losses. You go like this.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay. But I do think it is worth this. I didn't want to roll straight through Kansas City without at least acknowledging I do think some of the things the Jets do offer from a game perspective match up pretty well with Kansas City.
Primetime Rodgers?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. He's the very, very strong primetime record and output.
Okay, so we're going to want to go Jets here.
I think so.
They should have Breece Hall back, a little bit more balanced offensively. Got to get after the Chargers. Primetime Rodgers, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm cool.
I think they roll through the Raiders.
I would agree with you.
I think they'll split with the Bills, and so the Bills got the first one. I'd give the Jets this next one.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think they split with the Dolphins too.
So that takes care of the next 3 games. So
here, Jets at home
for the Friday game, and then welcome to Florida.
Week.
I would save that Week 18 game for sure, though. What does that put them at?
11 wins. We've said 10-win football teams, so it's right in the ballpark.
Yeah, and we haven't beating Philly. You know what I mean? We haven't beating Buffalo. Miami.
That makes me feel better about not giving them the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Because you sit here and give them wins over both those teams, I'd feel a little weird about that.
Right.
Okay, so Patriots.
Oh, wow. You hate to see an 0-3 start.
I'm inclined to agree with you. New England tagged them at the end of the year last year, but
no, I think that's a advantage. You guys always play the Patriots some early season game, don't you? And the Bills play the Patriots twice November or later.
In the first 3 weeks of the year, the last 6 years we've played the Patriots. Miami has had a lot of recent success against New England.
I think they win that game.
Get the Tua healthy out of the way.
Is that somebody already put it in the chat?
No, but
you're beating him to the punch.
Right, I'm going to beat you to the punch. Oh, Tua plays healthy, so you're all right.
By the way, no chance that the Patriots lose to the Raiders.
Josh McDaniels?
No, it won't happen. It won't happen. Especially after how the game ended last year. Yeah. The Patriots haven't looked competitive against the Bills in about 4 years.
I would make a strong case and statement for the Bills to sweep the Patriots.
I think so too.
So we'll give them both. Okay. Miami and Miami.
I mean, what you know more about this matchup than I do.
I mean, Miami swept them in 2020 and 2021.
Mike Gesicki's going to tell them all the secrets.
They won the first game in 2022, and they smothered them with a terrible defense that couldn't stop anybody last year.
I think the Dolphins are a better
I think it's a nightmare
team.
scenario for New England with their pass catchers all being tight window, non-separation guys against the Dolphins secondary, and then the Dolphins having the speed that they have.
Fins.
Offense. Man, we have the Patriots 0-5 in the division right now.
It's unfortunate.
You're probably going to have to get in the Week 18 game against the Jets, right?
We'll see what happens. I don't know if I have to.
Okay. So now you go on an AFC West tour. The next 3 games are Chargers, Chiefs, and Bills.
All right,
I think they get 1, right?
Yes. Is the Chargers at home?
Chris wants to know if Leonard Fournette changes anything for these predictions.
0. Non-factor.
To get a worse version of Ramondre Stevenson, I'd rather just have Ramondre carry the ball all the time. They want the depth for style of play that they have, so it's fine. But
can the Patriots just like out situational football the Chargers at home? A cross-country trip in Foxborough?
they could.
I mean, that would be my argument. The Chargers have more dynamic players. Most teams will have more dynamic players in their roster than the Patriots.
What do we have the Patriots at home right now? 3-3 and 3-4. Okay,
this would get them to 7 wins, which is about what I think they'll have.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Here?
Yes. That'll be interesting. Monday night showcase game. That might get flexed out.
Ryan, I do have hope for Pierre Strong to be a meaningful NFL
yes.
back. I thought he was a really fun player in college. And I thought it was a bummer that he went to New England where he was going to be like RB6.
So Sunday game, Patriots in Denver. I think it's a winnable game for New England. What do we have Denver at?
5-3.
If you want to give another one to the Patriots, I'd be fine with this. They should be able to put the clamps on defensively against the Broncos.
Right, because Denver, like Cortland Sutton's regressed. I think the pass rush can get after Denver's offensive line. You think about their strength; it's more of a run game strength that plays into New England's strength. You got all these quick-footed guys to match with Judy.
I mean, I don't love the Patriots' offense against the Broncos' defense.
I think that can be a close to the best
yes.
game, but I actually think New England does win that game.
Let's roll with it.
All right. And we're going to leave. We're going to leave Week 18.
Yep. How do the Jets have extra rest going into Week 18?
Because they play on...
Just making sure, right? NFL making sure they got their chance here.
They have playing on Thursday.
What a great opportunity. We have to remember, like, Thursday Night Football and stuff. That's like in that window. It can be flexed, so it could be interesting.
All right. We'll go Dolphins.
Heard about it.
We have it 8-3, which just makes my skin crawl because I remember 8-3 last year. I remember what that became.
Remember the conversation we had on the phone when they went 8-3. Yep. And you told me exactly what was about to happen, and then it did.
They're fine. They're fine, dude. They're fine. I said, I want to get the double-digit wins.
I said to you, Kyle, don't make the Dolphins pay for the sins of previous Dolphins teams, and then they did it to you.
And I said, watch me.
You knew. Last time I tried to talk you into him.
Yep.
All right, so this is fun. I've told you we've been talking about this game for 2 weeks now. How interesting this matchup is in Week 1.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that the Dolphins will have some special stuff after how bad it was offensively in the game last year, but it's kind of like you with the Bengals. last year, where it's like, man, they look really bad. I have a really hard time shaking that. Now, I think the defensive changes will be if you have a new defensive coordinator on one side of the ball, and when the same units are on the field, you have a new offensive coordinator. You like that advantage for the defense.
Yeah.
So I think Miami's defense, and I thought Miami's defense played fairly well against the Chargers, except for 3rd and 18. We're going to put everybody on the goal line and let them screen pass for a first down and then give up a touchdown right before half. Josh Boyer. I can't say too much here because I do not feel good about the game.
Well, let's go Chargers. Your path to 2-1 is pretty clear, though.
Yeah, I feel really good about Denver.
Yeah.
Especially early in the year.
I propose a Bills split.
Well, that would mean you're going to go here and here. You're going to go to week 18. You want to do that?
I mean, obviously, it depends on what matters here, but it's in Miami. So I don't...
Okay, we'll split. I mean, they played 2 games in the regular season last year, and the aggregate score was a 1-point difference. And then you include the playoff game, it was 4 games separated by a 4-point differential. So,
I thought the Dolphins' best game against the Bills, though, was the second one.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, Tua had some tight window throws in that game, but I thought they ran the ball really well in that game. I thought Tua made some nice plays in that game for all of the discussion around like his EPA regression in the last 4 games that he played, like 49ers, Chargers, Bills, Packers, those 4 games. I thought his best game out of that bunch was Buffalo.
Right. I would agree. So we have the Dolphins at 10-5 right now with Germany, the Raiders, and what? That would be it.
That's it.
Okay, I think they clearly beat the Raiders at home coming off of the bye.
I agree with you.
If you want to talk me into a chaos game, that's fine.
I'm not super inclined to, no.
Right,
I can't come on here as the Dolphins guy and be like, yeah, the Dolphins are going to go to Germany and beat the Chiefs. Like, I can't say that.
Well, and I'll say this. I've thought of Miami on the low end as a 9-win team, and like I think 11 wins would be like the most I'd be comfortable predicting.
I could see 12, but like 12 would have to come from the Chargers or like maybe win in Philadelphia.
Right.
But it's just I can't come on here and pound the table for Miami to beat the Chiefs. Now, if you were gonna play the Chiefs, and Luke made this comment in the chat, like it is the ultimate equalizer,
yes.
Right? So like, I'd rather play him in Germany than play him in Arrowhead. So that's nice.
You probably rather play him in Germany than Hard Rock. Right? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but like
equalizer, the travel is,
yeah.
And like that is a circuit that like that week's like Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
You get out there and like the media around the game and all that stuff.
Which is something obviously the Chiefs are pretty used to.
Right. But if you're gonna do that in the regular season and you know where you're at as a team, like there are some roadblocks to dealing with that, but I don't pick Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we get the Bills at 9-4. So the AFC East is really dicey.
I like the Bills against the
win
Raiders
here.
in the home opener. Yeah, that looks good to me.
4 Raiders 1-10. Are the Raiders gonna have a worse record than the Cardinals?
We'll get to them. I like the Bills on Monday night at home against the Broncos. Which is the next game, right?
Yep. Oh, this is nice. You get them off the bye.
Yeah. The Bills have won the last 3 in Kansas City. No, it feels weird, but they have.
Do you think they'll make it 4? Would it be fair to say they go 1-1 in these 2 games?
Yeah, I think so. I would think that's a very fair assessment. I mean, it's more likely that they go into the Chargers and beat them. I don't know, man.
I agree. I mean, right now we have Kansas City at 8-2.
It would be there'd be a level of disappointment that I would have if the Bills went losses to Bengals, Eagles, and Chiefs. Like they just lost to all 3 of them. I think it's more likely that they win one of those games and then lose some other weird game.
Okay, so here's the.
They get them all on the road, though. That sucks.
They do, yeah.
What is that for?
You finish Eagles, Chiefs, Chargers, and Dolphins of 3 of your last 5.
It's not, road games, yeah.
3 last, yeah. 3 last 6, I guess. Draft needs to do math.
Let's do it like this. Which team do we need to find a loss for more, the Chargers or the Chiefs?
Well, we have the Chargers at 6-4 and the Chiefs at 8-2. Here's where. Hey, Braden. Here's kind of the sneaky part about the way the schedule sets up. They play on Sunday, and then they have to play on Saturday, and the Chargers get extra rest. Rest disadvantage already, and then the Chargers also have extra rest. So, like, I would be inclined to go like this.
I like it.
Okay. So that has the Bills at 12-5.
That's about what I'd expect. Oh, I guess we go to playoff. Wait, let's go and pick this friggin' Jets. Nah, let's leave. Should we leave it for the whole AFC?
We'll leave it for the sake of drama.
All right. FanDuel has the Bills at 10.5.
Okay, so say take the over. So I think they have Miami at 9.5.
They have Miami at 9.5.
Take the over.
They have New England at 7.5.
Take the over.
They have the Jets at 9, or excuse me, the Jets at 9.5. For all the Super Bowls they're supposed to. Yeah, I think they're supposed to win 3 Super Bowls this year. They're only projected 9.5 wins though. We need to go back to them. Take something away.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh man.
Chiefs.
Yeah, might as well.
You know what's ironic is it was I think it was Rega was like, man, the Patriots anti-bias in here is palpable, which is true. But at the same time, we did pick them to go.
Right.
Chiefs.
All right.
Home on a short week against the Broncos.
Yeah, that's not great for Denver.
Dude, do you remember the numbers on like the Broncos Chiefs head-to-head in recent years?
Yeah, you told me about this a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's not good.
Again, they won like twice in the last like 9 years or 8 years or something like that.
Mahomes is undefeated on the road against the division. Okay, so Chiefs at home with extra rest against the Chargers.
Right. Do you want to have them split the Chargers?
Yes.
And then sweep the Raiders?
Yes.
Okay, so that has them at 13-4.
Seems right to me.
Where did I miss a game?
The Broncos. Week 8, yeah. So there's that. Is this the last division? We're done?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
We have week 18.
Yeah. All right. So now time for the Chargers?
Go Chargers, go. We have an 8-5. They're going to win at home against the Raiders.
Yes.
We are going to have the Raiders as the worst team in the league.
Well, okay. I think the Raiders, let's give them that week 15 win against the Chargers.
I was going to say, short week.
Let's go. We needed a short week at home to get you that win, but damn it, we found it. Yeah, I'd be down. I mean, do you want to split with the Broncos here late season?
Yeah, and let's do it this way. Or I was going to say, let's do it this way.
The road teams win?
Yeah, just for the win-loss records. So, man, Chargers 10-7. Out.
They're not a playoff team at that?
Right, because you have... Well, we'll see what happens with, like, Pittsburgh has 10 wins and right now is the 7 seed, and we have a game to pick for them in week 18.
Woo! All right, this is getting tense, man.
Do you want to have the Raiders and the Broncos split?
Yes.
And we'll do Raiders win week 1, new head coach, in Denver. I don't know what the numbers do. Do you know what the numbers do?
I've never seen that before. So you could put scores in. Does it take you to a whole nother world of?
Oh, it might be point totals.
No.
Do you imagine?
Kyle, this is the last thing we needed to figure out.
I'm gonna give it to the Raiders and then give this to the Broncos. I want it all to be equal. I don't want to fill anything in by accident. So that has the Raiders then 13-4. Can we find another 2 wins for the Raiders?
Okay, let's look hard here.
What is Sam freaking out about?
Should I check Twitter? Like, what is going on?
He said, guys.
You want to tell us?
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Raiders games that we gave them grief over that maybe we shouldn't have. Colts.
Yeah, what do we have the Colts at? We had them like
5-12.
I won't lose an ounce of sleep if we take them down to 4 wins.
Okay. And that would make me feel a little better about the Raiders at 4-13.
Right. All right. So, anything else we need to revisit here? Or are you ready for FanDuel?
I'm ready for FanDuel.
Bet you
Chiefs
are.
take you over.
Please hold. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I feel like I'm frozen.
You are frozen, but I can hear you just fine.
It's so weird. Okay. All right, here we go. FanDuel, we're in the AFC West, the Denver Broncos. They would tell you that the over-under is, 8.5, Kyle.
On the Broncos?
We have them at 7. That's fine. Kansas City Chiefs, 11.5. 13 is what we have them at. The Chargers, 9.5. We have them at 10, which makes me feel better about that. And what's the other team?
The Raiders?
The Raiders. Here they are. Yep. 6.5.
Okay. It's one of the lower win totals that we've got this far. So now we're going to peek week 18.
Let's go to it. Let's see it.
Knowing that there is complete chaos on the line. And Sam was freaking out about because we had the Steelers in the playoffs. And we still have to pick the week 18 game. If they lose, they'll be out probably.
By the way, Kyle, picking never mind. Disregard.
What?
Just disregard. It wasn't going to be a good statement. So I'm moving on.
Okay. Hey, I saw a crazy stat.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times Lamar Jackson's beat the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I have no clue.
My understanding, based on a tweet that I saw today, was Lamar Jackson has beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 1 time, and it was with Duck Hodges in 2019.
Yikes. So good. I'm glad we have the Steelers in over them.
Well, we don't. We have to pick the game. They play each other.
Well, Steelers.
On the road?
Yeah.
To go to 11 wins.
Yeah. They got their number, man.
Joseph.
Why not? Or is Lamar due? Is Lamar going to be available in Week 18 because he hasn't been for the last 3 years?
That's how this statistic is real, because he hasn't been available, so they haven't played. Kevin, you're absolutely right. Joe at a Bills game was absolutely disgusting.
Bills Mafia, man. Mafia means family.
Was it your book?
Oh.
Mafia means jumping through tables.
Does it? Did you? No, I saw your Dolphins guy or the whatever the heck your soccer team is. What's the name of the soccer team?
Lionel Messi.
Yeah, man, they were jumping through tables.
So,
and I didn't care. I was like, thank you, please.
Miami MLS team now has more followers on social media than all of the other professional sports teams in Miami combined.
Yeah, like I love football, like the way we see football. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world. It is. It's not close. It's not close.
We are getting bullied into looking at the Steelers schedule. Which,
okay, well, let's
that's
do
fine.
It.
We can before we start picking week 18 games, but like y'all got to understand this schedule. You low hanging fruit is San Francisco,
right? But I still like Pittsburgh in that game. They're at home. Steve Wilkes' first game as a DC. Who knows what type of quarterback is going to be in there for the 49ers and how rep they're going to be. It is. I mean, I get it.
Okay. What does Pittsburgh have at linebacker? Elang and Roberts and what?
It's not good. It's not good. It's a problem.
Is that the sales pitch here?
Yes.
Common sense prevails?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have Pittsburgh at 9. We still have Cleveland at 9. Is there anything else we want to change with Pittsburgh? Like we didn't give them a loss to the Raiders that could very easily be a win and put them back at 10.
Right. And
we gave them a loss to the Rams, which you could, coming off a bye, which you could go up and make it 10 as well. Their schedule's soft, man.
Right. I think they're going to get to 10 wins, dude.
Okay, but we have them at 9 going into now week 18. And if you wanted to say, well, Lamar Jackson's only beat the Steelers once, and you wanted to pick the Steelers now and have both of those teams be 10-win teams, I can get jiggy with it.
Let's Will Smith it up here, man.
All right. Steelers in right now. And we're not done picking week. Actually, I think that is the... Well, the Browns might get in here and make this thing real weird.
I like the Bengals at home. Late in the season, coaching advantage significant.
I do as well. You're right. And the Bengals are playing for playoff seeding.
Yes. That'll probably give them the 2, right? Yeah, it gives them the 2.
Yes.
Because they got head-to-head over the Bills.
Patriots, Jets.
Okay, so what's on the line for the Jets here? Everything?
They are potentially, I don't know what the tiebreakers look like, but you're going past head-to-head and for division title.
Oh, they could win the division.
I was waiting for that to sink in for you. Yes.
Yeah.
They could theoretically win the division.
Like real life Joe, like I love all this. Real life Joe says, let's play them all and see what happens. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Who do we think's going to win? If this were the real scenario, do you think that the Jets will be able to win this game?
I have a hard time envisioning going 0-6 in the division.
Give it to the Patriots. Look, us with a 9-win Patriots team. Come at us. 3 playoff teams in the East right now. Which makes sense.
And you have 2 10-win teams miss.
Which we anticipated. We anticipated 2 10-win teams not making it.
And thankfully, Brooks, this is avoided. This does not happen.
So, well, let's get through week 18. I'm excited to look at that.
Okay. Dallas playing for potential divisional title. If this happens, Dallas wins the East.
Well, I don't think that the Eagles would also lose. That would be my issue. I think they both win their games.
So you think it's this?
Yes. There's nothing at stake for Green Bay, right? They can't get in. That's correct. 7-9.
They're the 7 seed is 8-9. They could.
Quick, if they win, what happens? Nothing.
They're out.
Oh, are they in with? Okay.
If they're 8-9, they're still out.
Well, then I say let's give the Bears the win.
Get them to 6.
Yeah.
Little feel good story.
Well, yeah, because we gave them some crap losses too. You know.
We did.
Is this the thing? We did it,
Chris. I kind of want to agree with you. I'm going to be honest.
That the Eagles don't win their division?
I kind of like Dallas this year, I'm going to be honest.
Really? McCarthy, further fingerprints on this team.
Joe, let's not pretend the Eagles didn't lose both their coordinators.
That's true. They got better weapons this year with Cooks now there. Gilmore's at corner, right? They have Stephon Gilmore, that's the thing?
Yeah, they brought in Cooks.
Ozzie Smith, Kyle.
Right. I'm just saying.
So then,
I really feel like they missed the mark on not putting Philly, Dallas in Week 18.
right?
Why could that have not happened?
Because they want them. I don't know. There's nothing I can say about that.
I mean, we have 12 wins. It's fine.
But do we need to take one away from Philly? Let's go to Philly. I think that's the more interesting angle.
Okay.
Because they would get in based on division record. They would win the division.
Right. I say we do this. Damn, didn't work. I wanted to see why we go over on the Bills on tiebreakers, but they don't. I mean, you can make maybe make an argument for Seattle, but we already have Seattle at 10 wins.
What does that do for them? Do we have them in the playoffs?
Yeah, they're 6-10, or 6 and sorry, the logo's in the way. They're 7-10. They would be they'd still be the 6th seed, so nothing would change from a playoff perspective.
We can give Washington a weird win over them.
They did it last year. We already did give them a weird win.
Oh, we already did. Okay. Well.
Again, what about Giants?
Yeah, they're sweeping the Giants 2 out of 3 weeks.
Twice in 3 weeks. So, I mean, week 18, do this.
I'm with you. I dig it. I dig it.
You're back. You're in.
I dig it. So what is the playoffs? Let's look at it.
Okay, do you want to do playoffs or draft order?
Both?
Okay, we'll do draft order.
Okay.
Jaguars. Jaguars via...
Whose pick did the Jaguars own? This is not true.
It must be an error.
Yeah, this has got problems. Do we pick all the games? Is there anything we're missing?
No, we picked all the games.
Okay, well let's see what the playoffs are.
So
then,
we'll bypass the draft order.
Okay. That ain't right.
Wild card round.
Oh, you gotta like that, Kyle Krabs.
I'm a big fan.
You gotta like that a lot.
I'm a big fan. Stay in Florida for a road playoff game.
Bengal. Wow, look at that. 2 divisional AFC games there in the playoffs.
Alex is taking exception with switching the game, saying it cost the Eagles the 1 seed, but it does not. The 49ers are the 1 seed.
Glad we can clear that up.
Okay.
Eagles, Lions as a 4-5. Saints, Seahawks. Those are the weirdest games ever in the NFC. We have the Giants in, Kyle Krabs, at 8-9?
With the win, yeah.
Oh, man. The Falcons got to be so mad at 8-9 they didn't get in. Man. The Rams are a game away from the playoffs, 7-10.
Pittsburgh Steelers fan Sam Teets. Looking at the playoff draw.
Sorry, man. Hey, play them all, see what happens. Oh, you're in the playoffs. What are you mad about that? Go beat a division team.
Right, go beat a division team.
Yeah, go Steelers, man. We'll all be rooting for you. I promise you. See you in the next round, my guy.
Well, yeah, especially if you go this and this. I will never root harder for the Steelers in my life. Because what would that do? That
puts the Chiefs and Steelers and Bills and Dolphins, right?
Nope. Give me that.
Oh, you would rather go play the Chiefs?
You already played them once. Why not, right? Like,
you would rather play the Chiefs and the Bills in the playoffs? Are you crazy?
Joe, you have to understand. You've won like 9 of the last 10 games. Yeah, I don't want to play you. I'm sorry.
So, okay, what would be the implications? Let's pretend the Steelers win that game. Me, you, and Sam, we're all happy. Yep. So the Bills and Dolphins, and it would be Steelers and Chiefs.
Correct.
If the Bengals win, go back to Bengals winning. It's Bills, Bengals, and Dolphins, Chiefs.
Yes.
Kyle, I'll tell you what, man. I'll be a big Dolphins fan. Be a big old Dolphins fan that day.
I could not be mentally prepared for a potential Dolphins-Bills AFC Championship game. Can't. Louis Riddick legit thinks the Dolphins are going to play in the AFC Championship game this year. He said it multiple times.
We're not that high in the Steelers, Alex. Look at their schedule.
It's the schedule. Like, case in point, the whole division has winning records too, right? We have two divisions in the AFC with all 4 teams having winning records.
That's insane.
You want to go Eagles, Cowboys? Weird game.
Seahawks.
Yeah. All right, so all the birds won.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream tonight.
That's right. Yeah, we'll let you use your imaginations from here. Yo, how thrilled are the Cowboys that they don't have to play the 49ers in the divisional round either way?
Massive. Being the 2 is a big deal.
Right.
I mean, look, now Bills have to go back to the Bengals again in this scenario because they lost in the regular season to them.
Have mercy. Yeah, I don't think we need to pick anymore, do we?
I think that's it. I think we're good.
Well, and we'll do Super Bowl picks as a show. So we will.
We will?
Yeah, we'll do Super Bowl picks as a show. But that's going to do it for us here on our live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. We are actually legitimately out of here. It was cool to see you guys pop in on the YouTube channel. Joe, tomorrow programming note, what are we doing?
A positional market?
On wide receivers.
Is that what it is?
I believe that's next in line. We did quarterbacks, running back, so.
Are we doing tight end as a position group or no?
Yeah. But it's not next.
Okay.
Jose wants to know when the next live stream is.
We'll let you know.
We're not sure yet. We got to go through our scheduling for August.
What would you like us to do on our next live stream?
Ooh,
that's
a little call to action.
What call to action? Yeah.
If you're still with us, put a comment. Not a comment in the chat, a comment on the video, and tell us what you want our next live stream to be.
While that happens, I heard a dad joke today.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. So I used to have a job at a keyboard factory, but I got fired because I missed too many shifts.
So dumb. You feel good about yourself?
I'm just trying to fill some time so people can tell us what they want to hear on the next live stream, man.
Yeah, but I told them to leave it in the video, not on the chat.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I missed that part.
Because that's helpful for us for the algorithm, is to have comments on the videos.
Help with the algorithm. Yes, thank you.
Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're able to.
We hope all of your teams go 17-0.
That's right.
Except for the Patriots, Jets.
Except for the Patriots and Jets.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night. We're out of here. Talk to you again soon.